Hello and welcome in video lecture series Demystifying Blockchain. In this video, we will see how we say that there are only 21 million bitcoins in total. Okay. The main agenda of this video is to explain Bitcoin monetary system. We'll be focusing on this graph and see how we can prove it with mathematical equations that there are only 21 million bitcoins, and the year when the last bitcoin will be mined is 2140. Before explaining the graph, I want to share with you some information so that the things that are mentioned in the graph will make sense and we will be able to understand each and every term and each and everything there in terms of graphs and in terms of number of bitcoins being mined, number of blocks, and finally we will reach to a conclusion that there will be total 21 million bitcoins, right? And the year will be 2140 when the last fraction of the bitcoin will be mined. Okay, so first, what is the mechanism by which we create the bitcoins, right? There has to be a mechanism through which new bitcoins will be created, right? So there is only one mechanism here, that is mining reward. So what is the mining reward? It is basically when miners are able to successfully mine a new block, they are being rewarded with new bitcoins, right? Fixed number of bitcoins that are defined in the protocol itself, that is, these are the parameters set by the Satoshi Nakamoto. So we will see and understand how these things move, right? So we have understood now that there is a mechanism that allows to create bitcoin, and the mechanism is the mining process, right? When a miner is successful in mining a block, he is being rewarded with a bitcoin, and this is the only mechanism by which new bitcoins are this is the only mechanism by which new bitcoins are being created, right? Fantastic. Okay, moving forward, now we see after every block there will be new bitcoins, right? Now what Satoshi Nakamoto has said, he has set some parameters and some mechanism inside the protocol itself so that it adjusts, like there is a the process of creating bitcoins, and this whole sort of thing becomes deterministic, and that's why we are able to say in advance there will be only 21 million bitcoins. So what is that we have to understood? So he says after every 4 years the mining reward will be halved. Okay, mining reward will be halved, that is, it will be it will get half, right, after every 4 years. So we have to look at what was the mining reward initially when bitcoin started in with the first block, that is early 2009. So in 2009 the first block was mined, so it was 50 bitcoins first, right? How much? 50 bitcoins. So as I already told you, after every 4 years the mining reward is halved, right? So what does we understood by this? That means every block that is being mined between the period 2009 to 2013, 50 bitcoins are being created, right? 15 BTC are being created with every new block. Okay, but from 2013 this reward goes down to 25. So we see from 2013 to 2017 it will be for every new block 25 bitcoins, right? So same goes from 2017 to 2021, it is 12.5, right? From 2021 to 25 it will be 6.25, and with every 4 years this reward goes down and ultimately it will reach to 0. Okay, so we understood now that first it started from 50. Okay, it started from 50, then it has gone to 25, then 12.5, then 6.25, then 3.12 something, right? and finally it will be up to 0. Okay, so if we sum up this equation comes out to be 100. Okay, all right. Now we have to understand other mechanism, right? How many blocks? Now we know that this is the mining reward. Like it starts from 50, after 4 years it goes to 25. Like it started from 2009, it started from 2013, it started from 2017, it started from 2021, and this will start from 2025. Okay, so ultimately it will reach to 2140 where there will be 0. Okay, fine. Now we understood about the mining rewards. We have to take care of now how many blocks are being mined. So we will calculate this per 4 years, right? Because we have done this in terms of every 4-year cycle. Okay, so 10 minutes 1 block. Okay, 1 hour 6 blocks, 24 hours, that is 24 into 6. Okay, 365, that is 1 year. Okay, into 24 into 6, that many number of blocks. Okay, finally if we see 365 into 24 into 6 into 4, because we want to calculate number of blocks in 4 years. So if we calculate this, okay, this comes out to be 210240. That is approximately, we can say this is 21000, right? In approximately, right? So these number of blocks 4 years per 4 years, right? This is almost fixed. I will explain why this is fixed. We will reach to that, right? So we have seen this 100. Now how many bitcoins in total? Very simple logic. So after every 4 years, how many blocks? So in these 4 years we will be having 50 bitcoins per block. In these 4 years we'll be having 25. In these years we'll be having 12.5, right? So how many blocks here? Approximately these one. How many blocks there? Approximately. The number of blocks is fixed because 4 years is a fixed time, right? For every 4 years we have the same 210,000 blocks. So if we simplify this equation comes out to be 2100 multiplied by 100. Okay, so this comes out to be 2100 and 20. So these are 6 zeros. That means 21 million. All right, so we have reached to this conclusion that there will be only 21 million bitcoins. Now how is this possible, right? How is this possible? Because we see the mining, the hashing power of nodes, sometimes it goes up, hash rate goes up, sometimes it goes down. So how these things are being adjusted within the protocol, I'm going to explain that now, right? Okay, so we will see how this difficulty is being adjusted such that we have a fixed rate that after every 10 minutes approximately we have 1 block. Okay, so the parameters that are set in the Bitcoin protocol is, they say that after every 14 days, or when 14 into 24 into 6, how many blocks? That means after after 2016 blocks, the difficulty is adjusted. What is this difficulty? You consider it like the time it takes to mine a block. Okay, the greater the difficulty, the more it takes, right? The lesser the difficulty, the lesser time it takes to mine a block. Now the difficulty is being adjusted after every 2016 blocks are being mined. Let us suppose the scenario is it takes only 13 days to mine 2016 blocks. Okay, so what does that mean? That means the blocks are being mined quickly compared to what it was set in the protocol. That is, we were expecting 14 days it will take to reach this number of blocks, but it takes only 13 days. So what will happen there? Difficulty will be increased, and next time it will take one more extra day, just for the assumption. Okay, so again after next 2106 blocks are being mined, the difficulty is being adjusted, so that we will have a approximately constant rate of one block in 10 minutes. All right, so with this we come to the conclusion that there will be how many blocks in 4 years? Simply we have to calculate. In 1 hour there are 6, in 24 hours we have this much, in 365 we have this much, and in finally in 4 years we have this much, and this comes out to be like this many number of approximately blocks. And for every 4 years this mining reward goes down. It starts from 50, it goes to 25, it goes to 12.5, it goes to 6.25, and it will ultimately reach to 0. Okay, so finally we see by mathematical equation it comes out to be that this number of blocks every 4 years, first we have to multiply it with 50, then we have to multiply the same thing with 25, then with 12.5, and if we sum up, this comes out to be 21 followed by 6 zeros, that is 21 million. Okay, so we have reached to a stage where it will be very easy for us to understand the meaning of the graph. We will come back to the graph and we will explain the terms, how we can infer things from the graph. Okay, so let us move back to the graph. Right, so if you look at the graph, just ignore this line just for the time being. Okay, let us see this. If we see what is the mining reward first, mining reward is first 50. Okay, so after 4 years this will go down to how much? Half, right? So that is 25. After further 4 years we will see this is 12.5, then it will go to 6.25. okay, here this is 12.5, this is 6.25, this is 3.1 something, this goes reduce, and finally it comes to 0. Okay, but you need to understand that when first block was mined, it starts from 0. Then first block was mined, how many bitcoins are mined with the block? At that time the rate was 50. Okay, so after how many blocks the mining reward goes down to half? After 2,10,000 that we have seen, that is 24 into 6 into 365 into 4, that is here. When these number of blocks are mined, this goes to half. Okay, it starts from 50 and it goes to half, and if we double those blocks it goes to this one. If we further add 2,10,000 here, it goes to this, and if we further add 2,10,000 it goes to this, and finally it will reach. When this number of block will reach, and we will have no bitcoins to be mined, right? So this is that part of this graph. Okay, if we look now the other part, right? It starts from 0 and the bitcoins increases with time, right? The number of bitcoins, it increases with the blocks, because if you see, when you have 210,000 blocks and every block gives you 50 initially, so how many bitcoins will be mined? You have to multiply that. Then further blocks you have to add it with another 210,000 into 12 into 25. That many number of bitcoins will be mined at that time, right? If you look at this finally, if you look those things here, right, at this time how many bitcoins will be mined, and it remains constant. At certain point of time, you will see when it goes to this, it does not cross this line, right? It doesn't go to more than 21 million. If you look at this is the final limit. So first, if we look at this, at this time it would have been this much of bitcoins. At this time we have to add into 25, right? And we sum it will be definitely more than that. And this graph goes, right, this rises, and it reaches to the maximum 21 million. Then it remains constant. Okay, so that is total will be 21 million. Okay, but when will be that year? Because we have seen how things move from 2009. It starts with 50 BTC as a reward, then in 13 it goes to 25, 17 it goes to 12.5, 2021 it goes to 6.25, and same way when 2140 will reach, we will be having like final fraction of the bitcoin will be mined, and after that there will be no bitcoins. So we have total 21 million bitcoins, right? What will happen after that? The question is that after that the conditions will be like it will be only transaction fee that will be, you know, that will be taken from those who want to transfer bitcoin from one account to another account. There will be no mining reward. Then maybe another sort of, you know, security mechanism we need to lay down so that we secure the network, right? So this was it for this video. In next video we will look at, you know, UTXO model of Bitcoin. We will see how transaction looks in real sense. Then we will see how block looks. We will make relationship between transactions and blocks. Then finally we will see how scripting in Bitcoin works. So, and after that we will go to Ethereum and cover its fundamentals. Then we will see smart contracts, develop some decentralized apps, and yeah, we will build some cool applications. So that is it for the video. If you like the content, hit the like button of the video and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you.